to water our friends' begonias back to life while they're out of town, to get a haircut in an old-fashioned barbershop chair, to shed my dead ends and keep growing, to chop wood in a soft falling snow as my family's laughter sifts through the chimney, to warm everyone I love, to bake a stew inside of a pumpkin in a festive kitchen festive with Meg's touch, to be the safe place my oldest dog buries her best treats beneath, to spend the day singing while waiting for the results of a scan, to hold Meg's hand, to watch a squirrel rebuild her nest in the old pine that survived the storm, to hold the hospital's elevator door open for a stranger minutes after I've received hard news.
It's the Jack
and Kathy shit show.
And there we go.
Yeah,
okay, I think if yeah.
Okay. To sing the high notes of a song that has no high notes, to feel Meg's warm arms wrap around me from the back of our two-seater bike, to dance with grieving, to loan a stranger my favorite pen and not ask for it back, to be there where the morning dove's love finally returns, to lose my temper and love myself even before I found it again, to thank the nurse too many times, to make out at the drive-in, to feel the ocean in an above-ground pool, to love while I'm hurting, to forget my phone, to remember everything.
You okay?
No. So, for anybody who recognized any of those words, that is a Substack post poem from the poet. You talk.
No, you talk. This is good.
From the poet Andrea Gibson. We just watched Come See Me in the Good Light, which we sadly just discovered her and her talent.
Because of listening to Kara Swisher's On podcast with Tig Notaro. Notaro? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Tig Notaro was on the podcast called On with Kara Swisher. If you don't already listen, it's a lovely listen, smart listen, and covers many different topics. But she had the comedian actress Tig Notaro on, and Tig was speaking about this film that she was a part of.
Notaro or Navarro?
Notaro, with an N.
No, Nig or
Nig, N-I-G.
Got it.
Nig Notaro. And Tig Notaro. Goodness gracious, stop it.
You keep saying V.
Tig
Notaro. I thought it was Tig Notaro.
No.
Are you sure?
No, the G is on Tig.
No, I think the G is in her last name also. We're
Tig Notaro? Okay.
We're in the middle of a warm conversation. We're going to debate last names.
Well, you look that up.
I'll look it up.
But anyway, so Tig, that we have right.
Notaro.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's perfect. Sorry, Tig. I know you're not listening. Oh my God.
Oh, so embarrassing.
That
all right,
is so funny. Please use that clip
I'm going to.
in a post and tag her.
For sure.
Totally love you, Tig. Did not realize.
Loved you even though we don't know your last name.
Exactly. We suck. But anyway, so we came to have. I knew about Tig. I've seen her and stuff. I've, been entertained by her many a time. And so just the way they talked about this film, which won the highest award at Sundance Film Festival, I don't know which year, but it's now on Apple. And we watched it this morning. Come See Me in the Good Light. And it is a documentary that follows Andrea Gibson and her wife, Meg, their wife, Meg. Um, and it's just the most profoundly beautiful story as she has a journey through her cancer diagnosis and watching her really just grow from it and change and just love so deeply. And it's just, it sounds so pathetic right now,
Not at
but
all.
it it really was just so fucking moving. And so many thoughts come up watching this as you witness somebody leaning into those small things in life that become so fucking precious. And that's what I just read is that post about what she would put on her bucket list in the film. She says, it's not swimming with dolphins, it's not this big act, that big act, this big conquering thing. It's really the little stuff, and it's that list of what she finds so special. And it's a great reminder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it moved both of us that we were literally weeping in each other's
I wasn't
arms.
crying.
Bullshit, liar.
I'm not crying. You're crying. That's from a movie.
Yeah.
You know what that's from?
No.
Okay.
But I still look pretty, right? You know what that's
That's
from.
the goal.
You know what that's from.
No.
Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids, when they're in the car and
Oh, that's right. The blonde says, but I still look pretty, right? You actually got me on one. I'm quite impressed.
oh,
Normally it's the other way around.
I was struck watching this movie by so many things, but it really is what it's these little things that are it's so important to life because life is so precious. And I couldn't help but think about our world right now, how our administration is so far away from what's truly important about this life, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's so truly important about how we connect with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you talk. I need a minute.
I have nothing.
Oh, bullshit. We got a podcast to do. Start talking.
I love it when you take over the podcast.
Oh,
I do.
shit.
As someone that has to listen to it for 5 hours after it's over. You have no idea how often I listen to it and go, all right, edit myself out. You talk too much, Jack. Edit out.
I am just a bundle of emotion.
The poem that
really
Kathy
beautiful.
read in the documentary is from, we heard parts of it in the documentary, but the preface to it in the documentary, which we highly encourage you watch, the preface of it in the documentary talks about how, like you just said, people have a bucket list, which is go to Paris and skydive and, all these things that are great bucket lists. The reality of which is our lives can be considered mundane by comparison to a trip or an event or flying a rocket ship across to the moon or whatever. But it's the mendacity of life that is actually beautiful. It's the simplest of things. I love how she says, lose my phone.
Yeah.
Because we've all...
Forget her phone.
Forget her phone.
Like she's not attached to that.
Yeah. It's just that's why I was bawling my eyes out, because I saw nothing but pure love. This whole documentary was nothing but love. That's... I know. It's all it was. It was about love. And And maybe it's hitting the two of us harder because I didn't want to go down this path. I listened to one of, so everyone understands, Kathy has the best job with this podcast.
I do. I just show up and
You
talk.
just show up, say a couple of things, and go, all right, honey, and then
Yeah.
you bolt. And so, not that you need to know how to edit and go back and do all the stuff, but I will listen to it, and I'm just trying to clean it up and make sure it has audio qualities that make sense, so it's pleasant on the ear. In fact, one of our podcasts, the mic stopped working because we got to
the
fix
video.
that too.
Oh, both of them.
One, I'm listening, like, why the fuck is the mic only going for 45 minutes and we're talking for an hour and 10?
God.
So I had to use the audio from the room,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which is, you can hear the difference. So I spent literally an hour plus just trying to fix the audio so it wasn't too big of a leap. Where I'm going with this long-winded thing is I listen often and over again. And there was one podcast when I went on a little bit of a rant and dovetailed like Dr. Cox from Scrubs, and you got visibly upset. I can't do this anymore. You got to stop talking about it. So it's kind of ironic that you brought up our country and our planet. We are evil lately to one another.
Oh my God, yes.
And I don't,
Yeah.
we have, if life expectancy is 77 years, and if you spend a third of that sleeping, and then other times just basic maintenance and eating and shit like that, your life is much shorter. Take a third of that 77 away so you can do the math. You really have only 50 years of daylight. If you back up to being 10 years old when you really start becoming more alert and aware, you only have 25 or 30 years of actual consciousness and participation. And everyone's going to die. No one gets, wasn't there a song that no one gets out of here alive? I'm sure it's been said many times.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that there's going to be angry people everywhere, but my God, we live in a world where the algorithms promote divisiveness and anger. And maybe you and I are just overwhelmed by the fact that our president invaded a tanker so we could get oil that none of us are going to see as the benefactors of this. Our health insurance went up $8,000 this year, despite the fact that you and I are incredibly healthy, because people voted for someone to get rid of something because of identity politics as opposed to what's right for everybody. When are we going to start caring for one another? We don't.
Yeah, that's the key, right?
And so let me just continue, then I want you to talk. To take this home, you and I had a couple of tense moments. We are normal people, folks. And the purpose of this podcast, quite frankly, isn't to teach any of you guys anything. And I swear a lot. I couldn't give a fuck if we have 5 followers. But if our grandchildren listen to this, or 10 years after our death, our children listen to this, I'll be proud of every fucking thing that came out of my mouth. Because it's a nice little history for them to see things and see of us and know what was going on. But we had an argument last night, and or last couple of days, and it brought tension between us.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into the detail. I feel the universe. I'm not. I swear. I think I'm gonna start going to church. I know my mom listens. She's gonna freak out. Some spirit, person, thing wants us to be together. Because we had a tough couple of days where our gears were grinding. We love each other tremendously.
Yeah.
We love our life, and there's moments when it gets hard, and then we go to bed, not angry, but we went to bed okay last night. And we woke up this morning early, 5:30, both of us. I think we just have a lot on our mind. And we watched this documentary, and we were both bawling through it.
Yeah.
And spent 40 minutes just holding one another. And realizing it's the smallest things in life. And maybe, I just think the universe needed us to watch it and remind ourselves of why you and I are together and why the universe brought us together. What do you think?
I feel there's so many things, right? So many thoughts stemming from watching this. And another one of my thoughts is how lucky I am that I married you and found a man who would watch a documentary like that with me and cry just as hard as I am, and to hug me afterwards and feel that same depth of emotion with me. I don't, I think you know how deeply meaningful that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you're having it for the first time too.
Having what? What's that? That emotion?
Yeah, just that connection
Oh, with you
with your
mean? Yeah.
partner,
Yeah.
finding someone in this life to share in that with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine being with anybody else, nor imagine being with anybody. Like, that's my benchmark now.
Yeah.
I would never commit myself to somebody that couldn't watch a documentary like that and just be so deeply moved and turn to me and embrace me with such deep appreciation and gratitude for what we have. I hope that gets on the
Can't
mic
hear
that
it.
the dryer is
You,
finished.
you
So
can't hear it. Trust me.
it's beep,
It's
beep, beep.
in the background. You won't hear it in the podcast because I denoise the whole thing. But
Isn't that so funny though? It's like
yeah, we
so
hear it.
apropos. It's so apropos though that because that's how life is, right?
It
You can
gets in
have these deep emotional moments about what's important, and then it's like your dryer's
to
done.
have the dryer interrupt us while
Yeah,
we're
like
talking.
the
Right.
mundane stuff is still always going to
The
be there, right?
mendacity of life is its beauty. It really is.
I'm not gonna blow my nose into the mic.
It'll sound
Make
great.
sure you get that. Dial it up at
I'll
that part,
dial up
right?
the
The
snooze.
sound of the boogers.
It's interesting because all that goes through my mind, and there's women who would think I'm a total patsy for being emotional like
I know
this.
you chose your words carefully there.
It's not the word I want to
I
use.
know you didn't. I
There's
hate
women who
that.
would find this being a patsy and that a real man doesn't cry or show emotion. And I've said this 1,000 times. If I've said it once on this show, every man was a boy. And every boy cried in his mother's arms when he fell down.
Every
Every
man is
boy.
human.
And to put up a shield that says my masculinity is defined by my anger, my anxiousness, by my grievances
Bank
is
account.
it's fucking bullshit. And a real man knows how to hold his wife when we're both emotional over the beauty of life and its shortness and its
Preciousness.
preciousness and its love. To be consumed with anger and rage, because the definition of masculinity, and I know I'm rambling, is I'm going to be peaceful right now, is unfortunate.
Yeah,
Because
it is.
I don't know that everyone sees it this way. I'm every bit of a man, and I think you see that.
Oh, of course.
And but to cry over watching a couple spend their last year together fighting cancer,
Yeah.
and the love they have for each other and the love they have for the simplicity of life was overwhelming to me this morning. And again, the universe, for me, I would start to cry. It just keeps giving me gifts. Ever since I said no more, I'm not going to do this anymore, it gave me you. Ever since I said if I want change to come in my life, I am the only common denominator.
Yeah.
And if I want change to happen, it starts with me. And ever since I did that, you showed up in my life. And then we have fights over things where, not to go down a rabbit hole, I literally said to you, hey man, you're a lot more independent than me. And if you need that independence, if you need time away from me to figure out your life or to explore different things or whatever, go do it, because I'm all for that. That's an enlightened place I would have never been at before. I didn't mean it to push you away. It was just the argument we were having, which we weren't in sync. And then the universe goes, hey, wake up the two of you at the same time this morning and watch this show. Of all the shows we put on, it was that one, right? Because we heard, again, I know you guys listening may think I'm fucking nuts, but we're listening to Kara Swisher's On podcast with Tig Notaro. And she talks of this documentary. and we're in the throes of being out of sync. I just believe the universe said, all right, you guys are missing some points here. Let me reset you. That makes me every bit of a man as someone that goes out there and fires a gun on the battlefield someplace. And I knew you would see it that way. That you see that you're lucky to have a man that's willing to bawl his eyes out. Because that whole show is a reminder to me of, hey, you got the best thing in the world here. Stop the fights.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
rephrase it, fights are normal.
Fights are normal. Keep them in perspective. Never lose sight of the love. Never lose sight of the joy you can find in the little things, like just getting up in the morning and putting the tea kettle on and hearing it boil for your coffee. That's like, oh, I love that,
It's
you
hard to
know?
remind ourselves of those things.
Yeah.
Getting back to it, don't you feel that the current president and administration is not about policy? I got into an argument with someone online where they asked, what did Biden actually do with farmers or for farmers? Because it's the wrong thing to do to argue with me, right?
Not just that, but I struggle when this administration or when anyone is criticized that the argument is, well, the other guy was worse
Right,
or he didn't do
right,
anything. Like that's the argument?
right. So I
Hmm.
said, it's such a silly argument, but I'll take the bait. And I said, and by the way, this is all done through searches using 4 different search engines and combining them and putting the data together. This isn't my bias by going in and trying to find an article that
Suits your
suits
narrative.
my narrative. I said any one of you could have used ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Google, Bing. And I did all of them with the same exact question and found the same answers. There were all these things that Biden did to help farmers, and
Hmm.
these are the things that Trump did to hurt them because of the bailout that's now taking
Hmm.
place, right? But I feel that the reason this has been a year with this cocksucker and the fucking white, not just him, all of them, fucking douchebags.
Yeah.
And they're all going to die someday.
Yeah.
And to live in a place of hurt, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand where someone like Elon Musk, who's a trillionaire, doesn't take that to make this planet better. He's going to go down as being one of the most brilliant men ever and one of the biggest fucking chodes on the planet.
Hmm.
You know what a chode is? It's a short, stubby dick.
Hmm.
See, I'm me now again.
Hmm.
But this documentary was a reminder to not be so angry and to have a purpose and to make people feel better.
Yeah.
And it just dominates our lives. So to have this respite is, what do you think?
Oh, you and I are on the same page on that. Um, I, whew, I feel exhausted. I
Yeah.
feel exhausted. It's been so emotional, but not in a bad way, in a really good way, just almost like a purging. Not staying on the politics of our conversation right now, but staying on the messaging from this documentary. I um I want to stay focused on what my takeaway was from that documentary the in the way that it's really about not sweating that small stuff and to walk through this world with love. And she said it in the documentary um, when she was consoling a friend of hers who was losing her father to cancer and was really struggling with it all. And and what?
You're talking about the thumb finger thing?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
that was
no.
funny
I'm
though.
talking about when she told her friend, well, just look at everything as love.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just everything. This, like, you know, that it's that perspective. And I think that's so good to hear. It's so good. It feels very centering to circle back to that. And I know in moments I definitely come from that place. And I feel that that's an empowering place to come from. And it certainly isn't easy. There are people that challenge that, right? There are situations that challenge that ability to look at it all as love. Um, but I think it's a gift to ourselves to look at it as love. You know, it's not a loss. It's not the other person won. It's not, oh, that thing got the better of me. Or it's that, no, that's the gift to yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like that. That feels like a focus. So, I'm not going to make it. This might be a short podcast.
Why? You're doing great. I love the fact that you're talking so much. Again, you don't understand what it's like to edit this thing just the whole time. I'm sure the listeners say the same thing. Oh my God, shut up. I'm sure the people that listen to this show are like, let Kathy talk. Can you just ask Kathy questions? By the way, if we get responses to this saying, yep, we are changing the format for 26.
Well, you know what's funny is that you are more of a talker than I am. You are just the nature of your personality. You talk. You're a good talker. Um, and I've said this before. You taught me that turn of phrase of land the plane. Just tell me when you want me to land the plane. And you didn't make that up. You know, other people have said it. I think I heard it on a TV show or something recently.
Yeah.
Land the plane. But no, you're very good, which is what makes you a good writer and debater and
I'm a master debater.
that you are. That you are, my love. But yeah, I really, really appreciate you and I appreciate us.
Same. I know you do.
Yeah.
You know what? On the flip side, it felt good to be. I hate using this word because everyone fucking uses it. Rather than say vulnerable, which is the word, which is the easy word to use, it felt good just to be myself and let it just happen
Yeah.
and not worry or maybe not even care, or better than that, to know that I was safe to do that. Ultimately, I've always said this, all anyone wants is to feel safe. And when you're younger, safety comes in the form of eating and someone wiping your diaper and someone
Yeah. The
keeping,
basic needs,
when
right?
you're very, very little. And as you get older, safety becomes the ability to express who you are, the ability to be cared and seen.
Yeah.
Safety just changes form.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I think I want to tell myself that even the meanest of men, like Dan Bongino, who just thrives on hurting people, he's that ice guy who heads all that stuff
Yeah.
up. It'd be sad to me to know that he spends his time really reveling in hurting people. Because then that screams to me that there's somewhere in his life where he wasn't given the chance to have love. Because I just believe in my soul, if these are the things you do to people, you could make a threat to him like, we'll hurt your family or we'll do the same to you. I don't know that he'd care. And it's sad to me that on this planet, and it's realistic at the same time, that there's a lot of people who go through life and something happened when the love was taken away from them. And that's sad. And maybe I'm wrong because I can see your wheels churning right now. I understand anger and resentment and why me and the things in life. You're like, well, how the fuck did that happen? And but like you said in the documentary, it's beautiful that you remembered that. She said, just look at it as love. Someone's giving, why am I late for this meeting? Well, maybe look at it as, okay, I'm late for the meeting because I got all this traffic, but it gave me a chance to see a rainbow.
To hear the end of the song on the radio,
Yeah.
to enjoy the last of my coffee that I
Yeah.
have in the car.
Yeah.
It's all going to be okay. Um,
It's hard to get there, I think. I don't know if you agree with that.
Sure, sure. But these are the good reminders. And for some reason, you and I I think we probably needed this reminder um, to bring both of us back to center with each other,
That's why I
I
told you,
think.
I think the universe, I am thoroughly convinced the universe is doing everything in its power. Ready for this now? To make us messengers of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I I truly believe it. We haven't podcasted for 8 days, 9 days. We've got stuff going on. We're both very
Mm-hmm.
busy with our respective jobs and the new remodel that we're once again doing in the universe. When the tension grew between us because we've
Mm-hmm.
had vendors that haven't been as accommodating, and then money stresses, and then the universe went reset.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm saying this. I'm thoroughly convinced some entity is looking out for us, not just me.
So let me ask you, with this conversation about how we want to look at things with love, how we, as they say, don't sweat the small stuff, but really it's an appreciation for the small
You
stuff,
know what they
right?
say?
What's that? Is this a joke?
Don't sweat the petty stuff, just pet the sweaty stuff.
Yes. Wiser words were never spoken.
I've been
Um,
saying that since high school.
yes, I'm sure you have. Um,
And there go half our listeners.
but my question for you is this. So, do you have thoughts on what aspects or moments or things that you are going to look at differently in the immediate? Do you have a situation or a person or a thing that now that we feel so affected by this documentary and the messaging that's coming through about, remember what's really important in this life, and don't get caught up in stuff that doesn't require that angst and anger. Do you think specifically about things that you will apply that to or people you will apply that to?
Meaning, to re ask your question, am I feeling profound enough to take action?
Yeah, and do certain
Profoundly moved to take action?
sure, yeah, and what things are you intending to take action on?
Do you want an answer to that? Like, do you have something? It sounds like you have something in mind that you want to
Well,
say.
something you said sparked that question.
Oh,
So
let's keep going then.
I'll post. So, um, we've taken on a lot. We have a lot of stresses in December that they're self inflicted for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You have the normal stress of the holidays where you are spending loads of money, right? And you have lots of time spent on getting gifts and making arrangements and wrapping gifts and all that comes with it. It's all wonderful to be able to do that, of course, but it can make you feel bogged down. And then you go to the grocery store to get stuff, and the whole world is at the grocery store, and you're parked in the back of the lot, and all those things aren't easy. And then you have busy, busy work. Like my work, my December is crazy busy. And then what you and I also inflicted on ourselves is buying a second condo in Chicago, which we proceeded to gut the same day. And now we feel like we gotta get. Oh, that's my bad snap hand. We gotta get moving on that. And we can't waste time. We got to go because we have carrying costs of the other place, and we got to go. We got to go. We got to go. We got to make it. And that's where I want to inhale deeply and go, we I think it's very important that, or I'll just speak for myself, I don't want to lose sight of the gifts that are all weaved into that chaos, right? Right now I have the tightest muscle from my trap and up my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that to be there, right? So what did I do to create that situation where that is just so fucked up right now? And just focusing on, that's one thing that I want to make sure I just keep in perspective is how lucky we are to have all this, how it will all get done, how it will all get paid for,
Mm-hmm.
and it will all get done in time. And through that journey, I don't want to be filled with anger and pulled muscles and you and I being tense with each other. I don't want that to transcend that love, that joy, that appreciation for what we have in those moments. So that's why I asked that question, because I can see how I can specifically apply this profound centering emotion and to the things in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I think about, some work situations of, oh, I got a little angst about that aspect of work. No, you know what? It's all going to be okay. Just approach it with huge, big, loving heart and let it come in, or don't,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's an incredible release to uh, let that go. So anyway, that's why I ask.
Do you remember when we did our most recent demo in the kitchen of the new place? We just took down some walls.
Yeah, you mean like 3 days ago? Yeah,
Yeah. Do you
yeah.
remember what I said?
I don't.
That was my reminder to just be in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
was to not get overwhelmed. Remember I said,
Yeah.
now you're remembering. No?
Well, if you're going to say this, that you approached this project differently than what you've done in the past. Usually, it's get up at the crack of dawn and work till you can't see straight anymore. And you've decided how we're going to approach this is we're going to just do 3 or 4 hours of work and decide what the task is, and then call it, and not
Yeah. One of the
not
things,
drive yourself till you drop.
not looking at, if we were to look at the condo, and if I were to just to rip off a list right now, so just bear with me and
Yeah.
indulge me as I talk too much. We have to tear up all the floor in the kitchen. We have to replace the floor with an underlayment for the new hardwood that has to go in. We have to install some new support beams. We have to remove the electrical. We have to remove the phone lines. We have to install new electrical. We have to move new plumbing. This is just the kitchen. We have to determine what kind of lights we want to use. We need a new electrical box put in there. We have to get the cabinets to arrive. We have to bring the appliances upstairs. We have to allow the appliances to sit and rest. We've got to install all the cabinets. We have to install all the appliances. Before we do any of that, we've got to make sure the floor is level. We have to put new flooring in. We have to put in baseboard molding throughout. I am just talking about the kitchen. Now, if we look at it from that perspective, that list becomes daunting.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that same list when I was remodeling a house in Downers Grove, and my mother came by and said, just do a little bit at a time and pay people when you can.
Yeah.
And so I tried to take that attitude with you, because you and I can both look at the totality of the project in front of us, and that list gets overwhelming. So rather, I said it's going to take about 2 hours to take off the to open up the kitchen, because we had to take down the whatchamacallit, the wall boards to reveal the studs so that we can move wires and things around more easily. So my gut was that it was going to take 2 hours to take it down and clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you, over the next 2 hours, let's get this done. It took us an hour and 30 minutes. And I said to you, we have two things we can do now. We can use the next 30 minutes to start something else, or we can call it.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to
Call
call
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
That was my reminder that we'll get this done. But if we just do a little bit of a day every day and commit to just chunking away at a project,
Yeah.
like maybe the next thing we do is we take apart the bathroom wall, which should take an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I tell ourselves, right, we got an hour to take the bathroom apart, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
call it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like something that's overwhelming.
Right.
To now more specifically answer your question, years ago when I had my own coaching practice and I used to do these posts online on my Instagram post called This Great Life, I realized that during this home remodel project that I was finding myself getting overwhelmed with emotion because I also didn't have a partner, which I was missing in my life. My kids were all gone. And so I finally told myself I only have so many emotional dollars to spend in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And if I spend them on all this stuff that makes me upset, I have no more emotion left for the things that make me happy. So I took a conscientious effort to say, how am I going to spend my emotional dollars in the day?
Yeah.
If I've got a limited
Yeah.
set, I'm going to make sure I dedicate that to the things that actually bring me joy.
Yeah.
Why would I put a coin into a machine that is going to get me nothing but anger when I can put a coin into a machine that's going to bring me some joy?
It just feels so much better.
Which is why I believe, the universe literally said, listen to this podcast with Kara Swisher talking about this specifically because it's going to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mean this, I don't feel this means we should say to someone who's stepped on our toes, hey, what are you doing? Doesn't mean we shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean we shouldn't talk to a vendor that we're working with who's late and say, hey, man, you got to get here on time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean we suddenly just live life with this kind of laissez-faire, everything's okay attitude. We still have to show up. I just don't want it to consume me after.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah. Fair.
So I think that's my lesson here, my takeaway, because I tend to be consumed after.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
In 6 minutes, how long has this podcast been running? 45?
45.
I love that you spent 90% of this time talking,
Mm.
and I'm sure our fans
We'll
will
mark
also.
this one with a gold star.
We have a health insurance call just to put the
yeah.
reality of life back in your
Yeah.
hands
What
at 8,
time?
at 8:30. It's 8:25 right now.
Okay. We got to
So
do
we
our
got to
questions.
jump on that call. So we're going to jump to our questions. This was awesome.
It was.
So just to recap for everybody, this is Tig Notaro's production.
Tig Navarro.
Tig Notaro. This is her production. It's called
Come See Me in the Good Light.
the documentary about poet Andrea Gibson, which, by the way, I'm so wholly embarrassed I had no idea who she was.
And her wife, Meg.
So embarrassed. Yeah. All right, here's your card.
Okay.
Let's go quick with this, and then we have to do one last shout out to some birthday people.
Boy, this one is so poignant for this moment.
Rock and roll.
What do you think I'm learning from you?
Not much, it feels like. That's why we fight.
Because I'm a slow learner.
Very slow. What are you learning from me? I would hope it's that you have a voice and how to use it. That's what I would hope you're learning from me. I don't know if that's your answer, but what would be your answer?
I believe I'm learning from you. I was going to say introspection, but that's not quite the right word. I think I'm really seeing myself through your eyes. And it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know you see my wonderful characteristics.
Oh, yeah.
I know you love me deeply and appreciate me so deeply. And I also know you are someone to go, Kath, you fucked up right there. Kath, you're doing it again. Which I hate.
Who does like that?
Hate it.
Yeah.
And the fact I hate it is something to pay attention to right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So your card, go.
Same lines.
Stop.
How do I take you for granted?
Oh. How do you take me for granted? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think in what way I feel taken for granted. I think there's... I really can't think of anything. Can you?
I
Do you
don't
feel?
see us taking for granted one another at all.
No, I don't either.
We get upset with one another, but that's not taking for granted.
I certainly expect you to be there for me, like I count on you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Same.
So, yeah.
All right. So we got to roll.
Were we just super heavy today?
I don't feel heavy. I feel light. I feel relieved. Do you believe that? Do you feel heavy?
I cried through the whole first part of it. Wow.
Wow, we bawled at the end too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I love the fact that I can be myself like that.
So takeaway for everybody is to watch Come See Me in the Good Light on Apple TV. And let us know what your thoughts are on it. Like, comment on our...
Yeah, I would really like everyone to...
Yeah, really. I would love to hear. So enjoy.
Wait, not yet.
Okay.
Shout out to 2 people. It's December 11th.
Oh, yes. We've got some big birthdays.
So let's just end with a birthday song. Can we do it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is for Jack's mother, Carol Honar.
Yep.
And his son, Sam Honar.
Don't look at the TV. Look at the camera.
I'm looking at myself, you'd think I'd never went on camera before, who share the same birthday. So,
December 11th,
all right.
Yeah.
You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol and Sam. Sam and Carol. Happy birthday to you. Love you both. Happy birthday.
And on that note.
Time to go.
On that
World's
note.
calling.
Phone's calling. Peace.
You just listened to another episode of the Jack and Kathy Shit Show. All recording, engineering, and production provided by us. Connect with the podcast on Instagram at Jack and Kathy Shit Show for more insight into our shit show of a life. This episode is proudly brought to you by Pint Productions.
Point.